In Bootstrap, we have a folder called list. Edit option we can't do in JavaScript. Edit option you cannot do in JavaScript. That is also based on which one? JSON server. All files are different files. Edit part and leaves you under the which one? React. Copy that list folder, go to JavaScript Ajax folder and paste there. List folder kept. Now keep here some image also. Then I have in Bootstrap folder. Okay, so this folder as well as photos we kept there under the Ajax folder. Those will be visible under the VS Code also. Then you create a file here, index.html. HTML. Okay, body open close. Inside will follow division. Container. Empty 3 4 right. Next division. Class as row. Next division. Call LG 4 and 8. Right H1. Ajax. Text center. Under the 8, you will create some buttons. Home. Folders. Contactors. Login. Not login. Let's keep all again. Static file. Gallery. Offices. Products. Okay, so complete the row first. Okay, so ready? Run this file. You can run through live server. Right click, run through live server. Buttons will appear. This button will be in the right side. Button we can keep in the right side. You can write here text and text hyphen and is the name of the class. Come to the right side. Now we have to come down. First show your work. Create the second row. MD5, MD5. Divide into 39. Nine is ready. Under the 3, also we will create a link. Under the 3 also there will be link. Link or we can create button. Anything is okay. And then under the 9, you can write H1 as of now. Others data will run here. Text center inside the 9. Inside the 3, follow the UL tag and LI tag. Below services, list group, item, even entry also. Right, we will add here 4 filings. Same LI copy and paste. Where 5, 6, 7 we can add here. Software, banking, marketing, freelancer, person, something they are writing. Port. Multiple LIV added. Yes. Write one more separate UL after this UL. There also list group. Empty is written here. We change to BG icon, enter, text icon file. File center. In that we add one LI, two LI you add, one for email ID and one for phone number. Any email ID you can write. Coming very close by, we have to give some empty 5. So top to bottom, some space will get applied. Yeah, so center is ready. Next, header is ready on the top. Left side is also content is ready. Now we need to add something in the footer. So after this, everything is end, container end, row end, after end of the row. After end of the row, create another row. Class is row, empty, 5, MV, 5. Top and bottom, grab both the sides. Division, class row, not row, call LG12, external icon center, and the right is heater, Ajax, asynchronous, JavaScript, and is the full form of this. P5, P5, MP5, everywhere there is gap. MV4, MV3, MP3. This you can change to 3 because P5 I written here. It will become a lot of gap. Okay, and this will be in the red color somewhere in the last. Text icon, danger. So it will come in the red color. In the last, something like this. Asynchronous JavaScript and person. border hyphen top. We'll see how the border is coming. That's coming full on it. So border is coming on the top. Empty foral key. Little more gap will happen. T4 will get inside. Safety have. Okay, just like this. Finally, change the footer part. Yes, so design wise, ready? Now functionality has to come. Functionality, functionality says like when you click on home, about, contact, gallery, service, product, or when you click in the left side anywhere, entire page will not reload, only the right side content will get changed. Only this right side content will get changed. Okay. So if you click anywhere, only the right side content will get changed. That is the target. Okay. So I will add one more class in the beginning for body. Class BG light. Background will be little different color. Little dark will happen. Gray color. So this will look like this. Okay, so BG light. For body tag, we write class as a BG light. So we know this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now come to these buttons. Whenever we click a button, it should call a function. Okay. The 9 is written here, this 9. Inside the 9, you give the ID equal to Ajax data. Inside the 9, you give ID as the Ajax data. That is for what purpose? When we click on any of the link, then content will not open the new tab, it will not go in the new somewhere window something. Whenever we click here, this is the 9, this is the 3 and this is the 9, 9 is empty. Okay, so when we click anywhere, the data will come from other file, but it will change under this block, under the right side. Okay, data will change under the right side. That is the okay. Come to the 9, what is the ID element called? Ajax data. Okay. Now these buttons, whichever we have on the top, first we'll make that button dynamic. Okay. On click, call a function, any function, and inside the function you pass the name of the file. That file you want to read. Okay, because this all will be a static file. So we will be reading the content from home.html. So in single quote is write home.html. Right, on click equal to call the function one and pass inside which one? Home.html. Similar way, go for the next one. About us, contact us, gallery, service, products. Change the file name. About.html, contact.html, gallery.html, service.html, product.html. Okay, so everywhere all the same function, but the parameter is different. Now go to the head section, write the script. Write a function 1, receive inside called file name. Allot the file name or do like this. Document dot get element by ID. Ajax data dot inner text equals to that file name. Whichever the button you click, that file name will appear in the right side. Okay, only file name will appear because content as now we have to read and display. This is for testing purpose whether on button click something is going to happen or something like this. Form about contact gallery service product. Click on any button, that file name appear in the domain. Here also we can do the same. Left side. Copy same on click. Copy same on click. Left side you can click on li. Li is then you can apply for li. On li you can apply. Okay, change file name like software. File name for banking. File name for marketing. Freelancer. File name like education. File name like employment. File name like support. Now we click left or right anywhere. The content will left or top. Click either left or top. The content will change in the right side. Okay, then file name and all. So whenever you create the file, file name should be the same. Then only it will find in current folder, else it will not find in current folder. Okay, now function will be only one. We'll pass the file name. If the file is available in the folder, it will come and display. Okay, so we will go to the where this file, this one. So you create first two files for testing purpose, home and about. Two files we can create, home and about. Home.html and about.html. Home.html and about.html. In home and about, you will not start from the HTML because the content of home and about, whatever you are going to write, it will display under this 9. It will display under the 9. Okay, and in this current page, already body, head, title, everything is open. So again, you should not open the head, title, body in which file? Home file. Home file is only the content. Only the content. Okay? No head, no body. You can start from the row and write directly. So write inside H1 first and welcome home. You can apply the class for this. Text center and text info. Text center you write simply. Then come down. Any text is okay. Same way, we can go in the about file, about us. This content you break down into paragraph. Okay, so two files are ready. Home and about. Okay. Next, this line we are written, we can remove that, and we can go to the browser and search one line. PHP Ajax sample code. PHP Ajax sample code. Same like write anything, whatever you want. Any content you write. PHP Ajax sample code, we need to search that. So instead of welcome home, we should write about us. Instead of welcome home, we can write about us. Ajax sample code. PHP Ajax sample code. You will get direct public URL. Okay, for the first link of W3, just click on that. Then open W3. Now, in that you can see in beginning. In beginning, you have one URL here. You have one drop down here. First, let it complete the loading part. You have a drop down. It says like if you select any person name here, if you select any person name, their information will be listed here. Select a person. You will see their details will come down. Select another person. Changing. Content is getting changed here. Ajax, read something. It may have written somewhere. Okay, that will come to now. We'll discuss how it works. So what we required, we want to do something similar. When we click here, entire page will not change. Only the right side blocks will get change. Any of the button we click, the right side blocks will get change. Entire page will remain same. So here, scroll down, you will find a JavaScript small code. In that, if and else you will find if and else. We require to copy only the else content. Copy only the content of else part. Okay, content of else part to copy. Else part we copy and we'll paste in our function. I will explain all the inside words. Okay, add inside the function and just format it. Right click, you will find the format document. Formatted, the code will be arranged properly. Okay, added code. Now see, 2-3 points we have to do modification. It will start working. Then we'll see what and where it's written. File name was coming name of the file. Come down. This code, little arrangement we have to do. Okay, this is the first line. This is the first line, and this is the last 2 line. So cut the last 2 line. It will work here also, but we'll keep in the sequence. It will be easy to explain. Last 2 line cut and paste after first line. Okay, last 2 line you cut and paste after the last 2 line you cut and paste after the first line. Unusual space remove. Make code 3. Okay. Now one place you modify first. There is one file name here. File name. Okay. Now remove that section and keep here the variable name that is the name. Okay, or first you keep your file called home.html. Home.html. We'll test with one file name. Keep home.html. Okay, home.html. Then after that come down. Request will go to this file. Which file? Home.html. From home.html some content will come. That will come under this variable. Response text. Now from response text where it is assigning, I will response text where it is assigning. From response text it is assigning to here. Correct? But in our page we have made a container that ID is Ajax data. That ID is called Ajax data. Change that. ID name is called Ajax data. Added Ajax data. Run the index file through live server. Click on first button. See home content will come and display inside your page. Data is connect. Home file, yes. Data will come from the home file. When we click on this home button, data will come from the home file. Okay, so that one file is working. Our code is dynamic. So here we will not add the home.html. Okay, you will remove the home.html and put here this variable that is called file name. The file name is coming here. That variable name you have to get. File name. Only you have to create the file, entire page is dynamic. Click home and about. Working similar way, if the file is exist in your folder, how many files? Contact, gallery, service, and product. 4 from top. And left how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. This 11 file will be in the folder. Function is only one. Function is only one. See, home, about, home. Function is how many? Only one, right? Now understand this code. What is the code? So working or not working? Working. Okay. Till here, the function one is written. That is known for you. Like button click, we are calling a function, we are passing the file name. Here we tested directly with the home.html also. That was working. Then we kept the file name. Now whichever the button you click, from there one file name will come. That file name will get assigned here. So that file name is not fixed now. Which button we click, that will come. This code we have added. What is the meaning of this code? Look at this point. When I move the mouse on the first function, this function, XML HTTP request. XML HTTP request. Very good suggestion was coming. Very good suggestion. Suggestion is not coming. Suggestion is required to understand. Complete. Okay. W3. That suggestion was very unique suggestion. That was coming when we used to move the mouse. It is handwritten. So writing for create XML HTTP object. Create the function to be executed when the server response is ready. Server something. I will stop my this server and I will reopen the VS Code. Try to see that suggestion is coming. No suggestion. This function that content is written here. This only I was searching there. See, the function is written there. This function, XML HTTP request. Now see the definition of this function. What is the purpose of that? XML HTTP request used to interact with the server. So this function, what it is doing? It is going to help us to interact with the server, where you can retrieve the data from a URL without having to do a full page refresh. Exact same suggestion was coming there. Maybe yes, you check once. Move your mouse here. Can you move your mouse on this in this function? Check any suggestion is coming. No suggestion. Okay. It's only this suggestion come. The content appear here. No? Right. This suggestion come. So what is it? XML HTTP request the function what we are calling. It is the name of a class. It is name of a class. That class object we are going to study in the next few seconds. So it is the name of the class. What that class will help you? That class will help you to interact with the server, to send a request to server and to get the data from server, send the data to server, retrieve the data from server. Now while interacting with the server, sending the data, receiving the data, what other activity will happen? Even it's written, you can retrieve data from a URL. Retrieve data from a URL without having to do a full page refresh. In our page also what happened? When you click on about, you can say, okay, I need to rerun it because the VS Code was closed. Okay, let it come. When I click here, you can see bottom, left, right, URL. All are same. Anywhere any changes is happening? Any refresh? No refresh. Only the certain part of the web page will get change. Only the certain part of the web page will get refresh. Okay. Same suggestion is here in this guide also. It said like you can retrieve the data from a given URL. So we are giving the home.html, about.html, service.html. So we are giving a URL from there. We are retrieving the data. But while retrieving the data, what is the benefit? It is not refreshing the current page. Okay. So written like you can retrieve the data from a given URL without having a full page refresh. Your full page will not refresh, but the data will go and data will come. W3 was open here. If I click on this link, you can see entire page is reloading. Entire page is reloading or not? Complete page is getting reload. Complete. If I click here, you can see entire page got reload. But when we look into here, when you click, it is not refreshing entire page. Only certain block content is getting refreshed. Okay. Next, another line. This enable a web page. This enable web page to update just a part of the page without disturbing what other users is doing something. This is like it is not going to disturb entire page. Only the certain block data will get changed. Okay. So that is this function. Which function? XML HTTP request. But XML HTTP request is the name of the class. Now what is happening at this line? You can write. It create object of a class. At this line, it is not using directly. It is creating an object. It is creating a copy of that particular class. Object is created. Object name is called XML HTTP. XML HTTP becomes a copy of XML HTTP request. Now coming down, it's written XML HTTP.open. XML HTTP.open. Now, what is that? XML HTTP.open is written here. When I move the mouse on open, it says XML HTTP request.open. So what represent? What it represent? We are not writing here directly this complete function class name. What we are writing? We are writing the name of an object. So inside this object, there is a function called open function. Now what this open function will do? Let me move the mouse here. Okay, open function need a URL, right? A URL for what purpose? You can write here. It generate URL using get method. At this line, using the open method, using the open function, it is generating a URL like where is the data. So in file name, what will come? Name of the file will come. So on that URL is get generated using get method. Now first the class object is created. Second URL is generated. After generating the URL, see in the next one. What it says this method? This method send function. Right here. It send request to above generated URL. It send request to above generated URL. So in above line, one URL was generated. On that URL, it is sending a request. So first line object is created. Second line URL generated. Third line request is sent. If request is sent, after that what will happen? If request will send, then what will happen? A response will come. You will ask, suppose you are going somewhere, you will say someone hi. Now after saying hi, what you will get for? You should reply something. So your request is when? That is called hi. You send a request to someone. Now the someone duty is to listen your request and reply to the response. Right? So request is sent here. Okay. After sending the request, system is checking at this line. See, there is a function called on ready state change. On ready state change, what this function will do? This one. You can see here XML ready state change. XML ready state change function. The behavior of this function is after sending the request, this function will keep calling itself continuous. Which function? On ready state change function will keep executing automatically. Continuous, it will keep calling. Okay. And it will not call only one time. It will keep calling continuous. Okay. Itself. Call, finish. Like the function is called recursive function. This function will call itself continuous. When it will call, what it will check? You can see inside one if condition is written. This dot ready state equal to double equal to used to compare. Okay. Ready state 4 and status is 200. So when we communicate from client to server, when we send a request to server, server will receive your request, server will send you some data. So this sending the request and receiving the response happen based on the server number system. The number start from 1 and it will go till 700. Okay. On internet you have seen 404. That is called what? You send a request to the location, that file is not exist. So server is saying like what you are requesting is not exist. The server code is what? 404. When you send a request to backend and backend has some error, it will say 500. Okay, or 501. That meaning there is an error in the backend file. When you send a request, there is a technical error. Okay, 301, 300. This is called what? You send a request and from there your request is forwarding somewhere else. That is called what? Call forwarding. Okay, that is called what? Call forwarding. So similar way, when you send a request to server from your computer, if request is delivered, not deliver, you can say. Request is dispatch. Dispatch means what? Send. Request is send. So it's here, if from user computer, ready state is 4, so ready state who will return? Ready state, this function will return. Ready state, on change ready state is calling, this function will check request is sent or not. If the request will be sent, then this variable will hold number is how much? 4. So first we need to check whether from user computer request is sent or not. Okay, request is sent or not. Second, and is written here. And this dot status, how much? 200. What is the 200? Once the server will receive your request, as soon as the server will receive your request, the server will acknowledge you saying the number for how much? 200. Like I received your request. Okay, so two conditions is there. Number one, check from user computer request is sent or not. And second condition, check whether server is acknowledged or not. If sent and server is also acknowledged, server is saying like yes, I received. Okay, once the server will receive your request, server is very busy. Server is very fast. It will not say I receive your request and respond you tomorrow. Server will say I received, process, take it. That is called what? Response. Now look at next line. First line is says create an object of a class. From that class, one open function with the help of that create a URL. From same class, one send function send the request. Then take a function on ready state change and keep checking whether request is sent or not. If request is sent, then check again whether server has received or not. If the server has received, then what to do? Nothing to worry. Just directly receive a what? Response. After receiving the response, what you want to do? You want to keep alert, you want to run the loop, you want to display inner HTML, you want to do the inner text, whatever you want to do here. But your data will come from the backend, whichever the file you are sending, from that file the data will come, it will come under this variable. That's called response text. And that text we are assigning inside a current page to a division that ID is Ajax data using which prototype? Inner HTML. Because all file what we are creating as HTML file, HTML will give HTML content and HTML will come through inner HTML, we need to assign inside the division, then it will split. This is a static flow, okay? If your server is a dynamic file, like PHP file, JSON server file, okay, then the server will give the data in the form of JSON. Then you have to capture the JSON here. This variable remains same. Now in this is coming as a text. When the backend is a backend server, any language, it will come as a JSON data. Then capture here the JSON data, and after that convert into array. After converting into array, run a loop, generate the HTML and display inside the text. Okay, so that will be tomorrow task. I have made here multiple menus. Here, many menus are there, no? Service, then product. These two menus are made for that purpose only. Will communicate from the JSON file. One will be JSON file communication, another will be JSON server communication. Okay, so there we'll receive the data in the form of JSON, and after that we'll convert JSON parsing will do, and then that data will display here in the form of anything which we want. Now your task is home file is ready, about file is ready, contact, gallery. Last two files don't create. Okay, contact, gallery, and these files just a static file you create and write something and put here, and button click you check whether your page is loading or. Okay, then these two menus, I'll write you JSON parsing how it works. Then I'll write it tomorrow. Okay, Ajax folder I will share in chat. If required, anyone can download it.